if the Cavs take either of the Jalen's, Suggs or Green, do you think they trade Collin Sexton, and what does that look like? Who do you think they can get back in the event they do trade Collin Sexton?
I do think that they would have to trade Collin Sexton. And there are a variety of reasons why this is a move that makes sense. For me, Collin Sexton is not going to be one of the best 3 or 4 players on a playoff NBA team. He is a very good scorer. He's a talented player. But Collin Sexton hasn't shown me enough to say he is a foundation piece for the future of the Cavaliers organization. And I think the sample size could be unfair to some, but that's my thought. So in my mind, if the Cavaliers were to trade Sexton, here's a couple of areas that I would target. I would take a look at potentially the Philadelphia 76ers. There's no question that Philadelphia is looking at shopping Ben Simmons. I don't think that Collin Sexton alone is going to be anywhere near what the Sixers want. That's where the Cavaliers might have to get involved with some future draft picks. And you're going to have to be savvy with those. But if you bring in one of the Jalen's and you have Ben Simmons on your team and you have faith still in a Darius Garland and some of the other pieces that the Cavaliers have, you're saying to yourself, we're not going to be having a top 5 pick. We're going to grow as a team. So Ben Simmons is one option from Philly, and I think that there would have to be a draft pick, if not 2, from the Cavaliers. And then at that point you say, is it worth it? I think Ben Simmons might need a change of scenery, Dave. I really do. I think that Philadelphia's run its course. I still think Ben Simmons is an elite defender, former NBA Defensive Player of the Year. Look, the shot selection, it speaks for itself. And you wonder, can it still be worked out? But I still like some of the pros, and you see 7 assists per game. He's an elite passer. The other area is the Lakers. The Lakers could look to shop Kyle Kuzma. Kuzma's in a situation where he potentially could use a change of scenery. Things have run its course with Kuzma. He is a quality wing player who I think could be even better in a different situation because of the fact that he does some similar things that LeBron James does. He is nowhere near as talented as LeBron James. But his skill set and game are kind of in that role of that 3-4 type of player. And I think that Kuzma at times has felt the pressure of playing alongside LeBron James. And at times has kind of allowed those things to get to him a little bit. But he's a quality player. He rebounds the basketball well. And you're talking about a good role guy. And I think that the Cavaliers might explore options with the Lakers of Kuzma, maybe something else. Maybe a third team gets involved. In my mind, though, Collin Sexton is not going to be as valuable as he is right now, where the Cavaliers have the number 3 pick. They have an opportunity to get a playmaking, high-ceiling type of guard. They thought that would be Sexton, but I think with Sexton, he's a good player. But I think he's probably a backup player on a great team. There might be a team that still bets that Collin Sexton could be one of their better players. And so that's why in the here and now, you might not be able to get as much value on Collin Sexton at another time. That's why I think picking one of the Jalen's would then absolutely result in trading Collin Sexton.